know what's better than walking through rows of exotic cars, hearing revs echo through the parking lot, and seeing chrome sparkle under the sun? Watching those very same high-performance machines absolutely bow and be their exit. And when I say bomb, I mean crunch, spin, smoke, and sometimes even fly. Welcome to the wild, unpredictable, and totally hilarious world of car show exit fails, where the horsepower is high, but the IQ is sometimes questionable. These aren't just minor fumbles. We're talking six-figure supercars hitting curbs, Mustangs spinning out into innocent spectators, and drivers trying way too hard to impress the crowd, only to become the next viral meme. It's brutal, it's chaotic, and it's comedy gold. Let's count down the funniest, most epic, and jaw-dropping car show exits gone wrong. Buckle up, because this is gonna get loud, sideways, and just a little bit painful. For them, not for us. And somewhere out there, a Mustang owner just flinched. The Mustang epidemic. Burnouts gone wrong. We've all seen it. The classic move at any car show, the burnout. It's an opportunity to show off your engine power and give the crowd something to cheer for. But sometimes, that moment goes from epic showstopper to please stop in the blink of an eye. One unfortunate car enthusiast decided to pull off a burnout in front of a crowd, pushing the car's engine to its limits, only to lose control and smash into a row of show cars. You can hear the tires screeching as the car spins out of control, the driver desperately trying to regain composure, but it's too late. The burnout turns into a chaotic crash as the car careens off course, knocking over cones, crashing into barriers, and even causing other vehicles to backpedal. The crowd watches in shock, half amused, half terrified, as the smoke from the tires fills the air. It's a perfect example of a move gone horribly wrong, and as the driver slowly exits the car, he doesn't look like a hero anymore, just an embarrassed wreck. The car's bumper was barely hanging on, and the only thing that was burning was their ego. Let's be real, sometimes it's better to just drive off normally. Don't try to show off in front of a crowd if you don't have the control or the skill, because one poorly timed burnout can end with you limping off with your tail between your legs. Corvette chaos, too low for life. Let's switch gears to America's other muscle monster, the Chevy Corvette. Now, vets don't have the burnout failure reputation Mustangs do, but they have a different problem: ride height, or rather, the lack of it. These things sit so low to the ground, they turn even small speed bumps into boss battles. One legendary fail happened at a Cars and Coffee exit in California. A beautiful C7 Corvette tries to pull out of the lot at an angle to avoid scraping the front lip, but miscalculates, catches the curb, and the entire bumper rips clean off. Like, the crowd actually gasped. He didn't even accelerate hard, just too low, too slow, and too heartbreaking. Another common failure, revving too hard in first gear. Vets have torque for days, and when that rear end kicks out, it kicks out hard. Combine that with an amateur driver trying to flex for the camera, and suddenly a $70,000 car is sideways in a ditch. But hey, at least it makes for great slow-motion cringe content. Lamborghini ego meets concrete reality. When a Lamborghini exits a car show, everyone watches. The doors go up, the V10 growls, the crowd starts filming. And sometimes, disaster strikes faster than you can say valet insurance. One of the most famous Lamborghini fails comes from a meet in Florida. A hurricane pulls up to the exit, revs the engine like it's at Monaco, and floors it. The back end kicks out, the driver panics, and the Lambo mounts a curb, smashing the front lip and blowing a tire. It was the automotive version of tripping on the red carpet. Lambos have razor-sharp handling and power delivery, but they're not beginner-friendly. And with everyone filming, there's pressure to perform. That combo is deadly. You see these six-figure cars end up scraping, skidding, or stalled just inches from greatness. The internet has lovingly named this phenomenon wallet over skill, because just because you can afford the car doesn't mean you know how to drive it like you stole it, or even like you own it. The Wheelie Gone Wild Truck Edition. You thought this was just about sports cars? Nope. Pickup trucks get in on the fail action too, especially when diesel bros and lifted F-150s try to flex at car shows. One hilarious clip from a Texas meet shows a Ram 2500 trying to show off its power. The guy slams the pedal, turbo whistles, tires squeal, and the truck goes full wheelie mode, rear suspension bouncing like crazy. It looks cool for 1 second. Then comes the death wobble. The driver loses control, and this beast of a truck ends up mowing down a row of traffic cones like they owed him money. Another gem, A lifted Silverado with oversized tires tries to leave doing a donut on pavement that's clearly not cooperating. It hooks, then tips slightly, making the crowd scream. Fortunately, it doesn't flip, but it gets close enough to make every viewer clench. Lesson here: just because your truck has torque doesn't mean it's ready to be a drift car. Keep it dirty, or risk becoming the next viral fail. Motorcycle mayhem, 2 wheels of embarrassment. Let's not forget our 2-wheeled friends. Motorcycle exit fails are a whole different breed, and some of the funniest and most painful to watch. One unforgettable video features a Ducati rider leaving a bike meet. He pops a wheelie, nails it for about 2 seconds, then loop-de-loops backwards off the bike as the Ducati skids forward on its own like it's possessed. The crowd loses it. Another classic involves a group of sport bike riders revving in unison. One guy, trying to outdo the others, pops a burnout but misjudges the throttle. The back wheel fishtails and slams him into a parked car. The domino effect: 3 other bikes go down like bowling pins. What makes a motorcycle fail so brutally is the lack of buffer. One mistake, and you're not just damaging the bike, you're eating asphalt. And while full leathers help, they don't protect your pride. Still, nothing beats the sound of 100 humiliation and the internet movies of failed flex. Supercar meets super curb, exotic failures. Exotics are built for the track, not the target parking lot, and you'd be surprised how many owners forget that, especially at car shows. Ferrari 458s, McLaren 720s, Pagani Huayras, they look incredible, sound amazing, but try to leave a slightly raised driveway. Boom, scrape, crunch. One absolutely brutal fail comes from a McLaren leaving an upscale show in Beverly Hills. The driver tries to roll out slowly, but the front lip still rakes across the concrete like a cheese grater. Then, the rear end drags. Everyone groans. The car sounds like it's crying. The worst part, you can hear the money leaving the owner's wallet. Exotic cars have ultra-low ground clearance, stiff suspensions, and wide bodies, perfect for high-speed cornering, terrible for real-world pavement. That doesn't stop people from trying to impress with a launch, only to end up in a ditch, on a flatbed, or with half their carbon fiber bumper in their hand. Rain equals instant regret, especially for RVD. Sometimes it's not the car's fault or the driver's ego. Sometimes it's just the weather. Rain turns exits into slip and slide disasters, especially for rear-wheel drive cars with lots of power. Imagine a Dodge Challenger Hellcat trying to leave a car meet with wet pavement. The driver thinks, let me just give a little Reverend tire spin. Traction control screams, and the car swings violently sideways into a light pole. Game over. Or a BMW M3 trying to drift around the exit curve, only to hydroplane and end up facing the wrong direction with the crowd laughing and clapping. The driver's face, pure horror. The audience's reaction, instant replay requests. Rain adds an unpredictable variable that drivers love to ignore. And when torque meets slick roads, chaos follows fast. It's physics, people, and failing to respect it makes for incredible YouTube moments. When the crowd becomes the problem. Here's the twist. Sometimes it's not even the driver's fault. Sometimes the crowd is the real problem. You've seen it. People line up just inches from the street, phones out, daring cars to do something cool. That pressure, it's real and dangerous. One infamous moment happened at a meet in New Jersey. A BMW M4 exits calmly, no burnout. But the crowd jeers. Boo, do something. The driver hesitates, then floors it, and instantly loses control, plowing into a street sign and bouncing off a curb. The crowd cheering like it's a touchdown. This social pressure turns every exit into a performance, and not every driver is skilled or smart enough to say no. The result? Crash compilations, insurance nightmares, and hilarious regret. Sometimes the safest move is the least exciting. But let's be honest, without the hype crowd, we wouldn't have half of these epic fails. So here's to the peanut gallery for creating chaos, one let's go at a time. Lowrider bounces right into the ground. If you've ever seen a lowrider with hydraulic suspension, you know they can bounce, lift, squat, and sometimes break their own frames. It's impressive when it works. It's absolutely hysterical when it doesn't. One hilarious video shows a classic Chevy Impala bouncing to music as it leaves a show. The driver tries to do a high front hop, nails it once, tries again, and snap. The front control arms give out, the car slams to the ground, and the driver just shrugs as if to say, well, that's the show. These hydraulic setups are high maintenance, high stress, and not always built for repeated stunts. But the crowd loves it, so drivers push them to the limit and beyond. The fails? Glorious. The repair bill? Less so. But hey, if you're gonna break down, you might as well do it bouncing. The unexpected heroes, Prius, minivan, and more. Just when you thought it was all muscle and exotic fails, here come the underdogs. A Toyota Prius, trying to be cool, slams the gas leaving a meet, only to rev its engine into what sounds like a lawnmower panic attack. The tires chirp, the crowd laughs. It's embarrassing, but oddly endearing. Or the dad in a Honda Odyssey minivan who drops his kids off, then tries to do a burnout. The van sputters, hops once, then dies. The camera zooms in on the baby on board sticker, as if to mock him. These moments are rare but unforgettable. They're not crashes, they're cringes. But in a sea of supercar ego fails, the Prius and minivan exits remind us that sometimes comedy comes from the most unexpected places, and we are here for it. One exit to rule them all. In the world of cars, it's not always about the shiny finishes or polished chrome. Sometimes, the best memories come from the moments that make us laugh, cringe, and shake our heads in disbelief. Car show exit failures are part of the culture. They remind us that, at the end of the day, even the most finely tuned machines and expertly planned exits can go hilariously wrong. These car show exit failures are just a reminder that no matter how cool your car is or how much you know about cars, anything can happen when you least expect it. After all, a true car enthusiast knows that sometimes the best moments aren't the polished ones. They're the real ones, the unplanned, the funny, and the pure joy of watching someone fail in style. So next time you attend a car show, keep an eye out. You might just witness the next epic car show exit fail that'll have you laughing for years to come. And remember, if it happens to you, embrace the chaos and laugh with the crowd. Until next time, drive safe, but drive with style.